Is Huawei set to make a big comeback? Going by its revenue last year, it might just be.
The story that we see in these charts is that Huawei has survived and recovered revenue-wise its peak in 2020.
By 2020, its smartphones and gadgets were flying off store shelves in the West. But that segment imploded, with wider revenue also plummeting that year, after the world's largest telecommunications company was hit with a spate of American sanctions and restrictions. Most dramatically, the brand was cut off from Android and, even more important, Taiwanese chips.
This was a crucial relationship for Huawei and actually also for TSMC. And the final year before the sanctions, Huawei was the second largest customer for TSMC. And for Huawei, it was their critical supplier. So the US severing that relationship was an existential crisis for Huawei's survival, probably more so than any of these other measures.
Last year, Huawei's revenue topped $127 billion or 881 billion Chinese yuan again. In fact, its phones topped China's sales charts, beating Apple's iPhones for the first time. But it's not the same company it used to be.
I think we can't say Huawei is back to its old self. And what we see is Huawei is much more of its business is domestic in China now.
Still, there are a lot of countries, including US allies, who use Huawei systems and equipment. Just look at the orange and yellow areas on this map. In Europe, Spain has signed up for Huawei systems to keep and analyze all its wiretap data. And if you wonder where the firm is going, in Huawei's last annual report, 54% of its employees were working in R&D. What does that mean for the future?
So Huawei in the 5G generation really caught up technologically in a way that was surprising and very alarming to the US and other Western nations. And in 6G, it's probably going to be a similar story. They've put a lot of R&D funding into investing in 6G, in AI, in robotics and automation, and all these sort of emerging fields. So they will definitely be one of those major players to watch in these fields.
And what about its problem with sanctions?
Part of that is because just China itself is such a huge market. Even if Huawei's AI systems are not used broadly in other countries, even just in the China market will make them a major player globally.
Click the box for the full interview with Eva Dou on one of the world's most mysterious companies.